What were we planning to do today?
So we just finished the return function.
We'll finish the function, correct?
Yeah, and I think I just want you to revise something on my PyCharm because every time I put in my return function, I'm not getting the right, I guess,
Okay, can
situation.
you see?
Okay, just give me 1 second. Okay, so this is my return function. Wait, what happened? Oh, can you see this?
I see that. See, your function name should not be same. Okay, you should have different functions. If you write two functions in the same file, okay, in the same file it should be different. Okay, it can be same in the same different files. But okay, that's one. Okay, and second thing, okay. So okay, so you have my grade now and my grade. Okay, fine.
So when I run it, I'm
Nothing will
getting.
happen.
I think I have to tell you not calling it from here.
Yeah, you're not from the function.
Wait, I'm sorry, you guys are breaking up. Sorry, let me just take off my headphones. All right, what happened?
You need to call the function, right? You're not calling the function. Function, you have to call it. Where should it get called?
So
When should get it? When should it get called? No. That was fine. That was fine. That is called function definition. Function definition for both your function is perfect. Okay, there is nothing wrong there. Okay. So first of all, the formula is wrong. Okay, formula you have it should be what do you call average by, not modulus. Okay, average formula is sum of the numbers by divided by. You have written modulus. Okay, so that should be divided by. No.
sorry.
Just the percentage that you have written, that should the percentage should be divided by. Okay, the percentage, yes, or rather than there's the reverse sign. Okay, reverse slash divided by is reverse slash. Okay. Okay, so that is not that is fine. I mean that is not an error also because it would have given some result. Okay, but where are you calling? Where do you want? Which function you want to be get called? You have two functions, right? Which function should be executed?
This one, my grade num.
My grade number. Where? Which line number?
Line 1.
Function will never get called. I told you the first thing that I did yesterday was I wrote a function and executed it. It didn't happen. You have to explicitly call it. Xerox shop is there. Xerox shop will not know when do you want photocopies, right? You have to go to the Xerox shop and give the document, then you'll get the copies. Okay. See, when you have set the line code, you should explicitly call it. If you don't call it, okay, you will not. So first, you should practice on what I have given you the code. Have you practiced the code which I've given you?
No, I tried to make up my own code before.
First of all, when you're doing for the first time, you should see and then run it. See, you're still not getting what I'm saying, correct?
Yeah.
See,
No,
I'm
still confused.
Let's say at if I don't tell you what to do, how will you do anything? Okay, if I come and ask you, show me your assignment, but I didn't give you any assignment, will you be able to show me the assignment?
No.
No, I have to tell you, explicitly tell you that do this, and then only I can ask you. So you have to call the function. If you're not calling, how will it know that you're calling it? When should it be get called? They have defined it fine. It's defined. Okay. So see, then what's the point of writing a function if you expect function to be get? So what's the purpose of function?
So that the function can help you, get your results faster.
And what is a function?
My grade num here.
No. General definition. What is a function?
It's a mathematical situation for any kind of output.
So open my notes, which I've shared.
Okay.
Show me the program.
Second. I'm gonna stop the screen share for 1 second.
No, no, no. You access the Word document. I've shared the Word document, right?
Yeah, I'm just turning it on right now. Just give me 1 second, and I'm getting the Word
No
document.
problem, no problem, no problem.
So we're at the define right here. Right, and so when you say that I have to define the function, well, I have to,
Define means def. You have already defined it. Def. That's not a problem. I'm telling calling. You have to call it.
so I have to do this then, right?
Right?
So I have to do return value is equal to my function multiply.
Return value just
and
a
then,
variable. You can give any variable name.
And then I have to do print and then say my grade is, and then put in the
Again, see,
variable.
that's not the point. Point is just the previous line, return value equal to my fun multiply. Your function, okay, will not execute until you call it. Okay. What we are saying is function means it's a set of lines. Okay. It's a some set of lines of code which we declare so that we can call it whenever we want to. Whenever we want to, right? So when are you wanting to call it? You're not calling it. Function is defined set of code. So you have written 4 lines of code and you have given it a name, my grade or my grade num. Okay, but that is definition. And after definition, you have to call it. Your function will not get executed until unless you call it, right? And how do you call it? That's the way to call it. Return value equal to my fun multiply. Return value is any variable. Okay, whichever variable you want to put, that equal to my fun multiplies, that's the function name, and it takes 2 values inside, right? So without calling, your function will not come. Call the function, call the function. How do you see? Print is there. Print is a function which is there, but when does print happen? When we call print, right? And how do we call print?
Right.
Print and then simple bracket open and close. The simple bracket open and
Right.
close, function name followed to simple bracket open and close is the way we call the function. If you don't call it, your function will not execute it. There are thousands of functions. Those functions are not executed until unless we say type of. That's when type of function is called. When you say print of, that's when print function is called. Input of, that's when input is called. So my grade num of, then only your grade will be called. How will Python know when to call it, when to execute it? And yesterday, if you remember, I ran one function and called it 10 times. Whenever you want, you can call it. Define once, call multiple times, execute multiple times. That's the purpose of function. So what you have done, you have defined. I'm not going to tell you. Listen to me what I'm saying and try to change your program. I'm saying what you have done is you have defined. Def means define. You have defined the function. You have defined a set of lines of code and you're calling it as my grade num. But after defining, you have to call it. How do you call it? You call it using, see, I've given you an example there. So you need to call your function to get executed. Go back to your program now.
So
When do you want your program to be called?
So probably here right now, this is what I would like to be recalled, right? So I would, bless you. So I would say, I guess return value is equal to my grade num,
Yes.
right?
And
And
fun.
I would do-
No, don't. Why did you enter? Arey, you should not do the enter. That's a function. Do you give enter in print statement? No. Okay,
No.
delete it. Bring the brackets together. No. Other right side delete. Put the yes. Okay, so this is how you call a function. If you call this function, will be called. Okay, execute it now. What is the error?
Unexpected character after line continuation character. So I believe right here.
Oh, I think I did it wrong. It's the other way around. Is it? No. Average is other way around. Yeah. My bad. It's good.
So try it now.
The same. Then 13 also have to do that.
11 and 13, yeah.
Yeah. Now execute it. Okay. What does it say?
Okay, I'm missing the positions, which is grade 1 and grade 2. So I can just say frozen up on me. It froze on me. So I guess I have to
Either declared grade 1, grade 2 values.
yeah, I'm gonna have to restart this because it froze up on me, Python.
Did you get the mistake that you made? It's not a mistake, but you have not called it, right? So now,
Right,
now that you
I-
have called it, you made a mistake, right? So see,
Right.
mistakes can be corrected, but if you do not know how to call it, then you don't know that you made a mistake, correct? So now that you know, so what should be done? You tell me, what is that error about?
So my error is that I didn't really specify where I wanted to call it back at. So in my idea, I've thought that if I just do return value, it would just like return and put the original values inside the function. But I didn't realize that I had to like specify exactly what those values were supposed to be, as well as where I should call it.
Exactly. And
So and then also another thing is that I didn't define my values on the second time. So
you define
when
the value that
I mean, when I
you
put the
didn't pass
brackets,
it. It's called passing. You did not pass it. Your function takes 2 input parameters, returns 1. It takes 2, so you have to give the 2 values to it. That you didn't. Right?
okay, that makes, yeah, because I see, I'm sorry, I'm like super new to this Python
No,
thing.
that's okay. That's okay.
So
Okay.
I legitimately thought that, oh, if I just put like the return value, it would just like automatically input it. And I didn't think that I had to put like print and do the return variable in there.
Correct.
Sorry about that.
No. There's nothing to be sorry about. We are here to learn, okay? So that's what I'm saying. So it's better you practice and make mistake now in the class than you make mistake at work, right? We don't want to do that. Okay, so this is the class. I always say practice, okay? Because see, these kind of mistakes you will only know when you practice, okay? And you will not know when you
Right.
don't practice. So you have to, that's why I say that, in programming, you have to practice. There's no other way. Practice and you will see 10 different types of errors you'll get. Okay, it will not work in first time. And see, you will learn more by fixing the errors than by doing without any error. Right? So,
Right.
okay, and that's what class is for. You make all the mistake here so that we learn together. We don't
Right.
want to repeat the mistake after the class is done or when you're doing your work. Right?
Right.
That's the place where we don't want to make mistake. But in class, You make 10 mistakes, 100 mistakes, that's fine. Because I'll tell you, by making mistake, you learn more than when you don't make mistake. So,
Absolutely.
so yeah. And so it's absolutely fine. I want you to make mistake. I want you to learn by doing. Okay. So that's absolutely no problem.
Thank you so much for helping me.
Sure, no problem.
And I made you the host because my
Yes,
PyCharm
yes,
just froze
yes.
on me, so I can't restart it now.
No issue, no issue. So yes, so today, okay. So yesterday, what did we discuss? Return type, yes. And apart from that, what did we discuss? What did we discuss apart from that? Okay, how many types of functions did we discuss yesterday? How many types of functions did we discuss yesterday?
So I believe that I forgot the names of them, but
Mhm.
I believe we discussed two types in particular.
Mhm.
In one in which we define the variables within the brackets. And then in the other where the variables are not defined, but if we put underneath that the value of A is equal to this and the value of B is equal to that, then it automatically gets fixated into the brackets.
Okay, so we discussed three types. Okay, and let me show you three types. Okay, I'm going to calculate. I'm going to. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, so I'm going to write a function to input sides of a say square. Okay. So see, this is the assignment. Okay, so this is assignment for both of you. I'll just do one such example, and you have to do as for others. The assignment is you have to print. Okay, menu. Okay, menu for the user, menu for operation, something like that. Okay, the operation will be one, calculate area and perimeter of a rectangle. Okay, to calculate area and circumference, we call it in terms of circle. Okay. Perimeter is called as circumference. The circumference of a circle. Okay. Third option is calculate of a triangle. Okay. So you take three sides and calculate area and perimeter of a triangle, circle, rectangle, and fourth option is quit. So the program should run till user says quit. Okay. So what happens is you need to display this menu option, right? Now when you display the menu option and I say one, then it should call a function. It should call a function to, okay, it should call, okay, so what I'm going to do is, let's say, I'm going to say square here, and I'm going to write a function for square, and let's say 5. So when users, so this menu has to be in infinite loop, okay, while true. This should go on till user says yes, and when when say 5, it should exit. Okay, it should come out of the loop. So now I'm going to design a simple function for calculating area and perimeter of a square. So so here, okay, um, and calculate, I'll call it. So I say def, okay, def def say cal square, something like that I call it. Okay, and this is how you define the function, right? Okay, so one more thing. When you define a function, very first line, you give a multi-line comment. This is where you define what function does. And this is visible to the users. I'm going to tell you maybe tomorrow how to see it, okay? But make it as a practice. Whenever you're defining a function, once you say colon and you hit enter, here you can define this function takes, okay, or function calculates the area and perimeter of a square. Okay, so calc square, okay, so bracket open here. I'm not passing any values, so colon this function, okay, like is function definition is followed first line after the function definition has to be a multi-line comment, okay, triple quotation. You can give a multi-line comment also. You can go on for any number of lines, okay, that's not a problem. Okay, but you have to make it a practice. I'll tell you how to access this. So using docstring underscore underscore doc underscore underscore is a keyword using which we can actually see the content of it, which we will do later. Okay, we will do maybe tomorrow. We'll do that. But make it as a practice, make it as a habit that every function you write should be followed by a multi-line comment, and then your logic should start. Okay, so here what I'm going to take is I'm going to take two values, okay, or here it's only one value rather, right? Side one, because square will have both the sides equal, correct? So you have side one, and I'm going to say area equal to side one square. Perimeter equal to 4 into sides. All the sides are equal, so you say 4 into side one, right? And you print, okay, you print um, okay, area is area. Okay, so like this you have to define function, 4 functions or 3 other function, okay, 3 other function. Okay, so now what we have defined here is called the first type that we discussed, required positional argument, where if I execute this, okay, if I have to call this, I'll say calc square, and if I don't pass the variable just like you did, okay, this is going to give me error saying missing one required positional argument. It takes argument but I have not given it, right? So I have to give argument here. Okay, so this is the generally most often then we use it. This is the, okay, this is required. Then what happens when you have more than one value? So let's say side one, side two, let's say you'll be doing for triangle, you'll be doing 3 sides. So there you'll be taking 3 sides as input. Now what happens is here if I run it, what will get? I'll get error. What is the error? So I'm giving 10. 10 will go to side 1, but I don't have anything for side 2 and side 3, right? So I need to pass, okay, values like something like this. Okay, so then so side 2 gets 5, side 3 gets 6. If you do not want to pass, okay, you can have something like 0, comma 0. In this case, what happens is, okay, in this case, what happens if I'm going to run this, okay, and I can, let's say, print here before I calculate. Let me print here. I say print A is side A. Okay, area is 100. Okay, So see, A equal to 10, B equal to 5, okay? Even if you do not give anything to this, even if you don't give, okay, still it does not throw error. Instead, what happens? B side 2 will take 0 and 3. This is called default values. First, we discuss positional argument. Second, we discuss default values. And third, when you're giving the value here, say 6 and 99, okay, what will happen? Side 1 will take 10, side 2 will take 6, and side 3 will take 99, right? But let's say I want to pass 10 to side 3. How do I do that?
Just change the position.
I don't want to change the position.
Side 3 equals 10.
That's right. That's the third type of the function that we discussed. So side 3 equals to 10. Okay. Side 1 equal to 6. And you say side 2 equal to 99. And when you run it, so see your A is 6 because A is side 1 and side 1 is here. Side 2 is side 3 is 10. Right? So these are three types of function we discussed yesterday. Right? We discussed normal one, which what you did is the first type we discussed. Okay, that's called required positional argument. Second, we discussed default values. So if a function takes more than one values, and even one value also, okay. Let's say I don't want to pass side, so I'll say side 1 equal to 0. In that case, even if you don't pass the value, you still get output. Okay. If you don't pass the value, default value is what goes into the argument. We call them as function argument. Okay. And okay, and so that's the second type. Third type we discussed that keyword argument. So where value is not based on position but on keyword. In first two cases, value is assigned based on position. So leftmost will go to leftmost argument. Okay, leftmost will go to leftmost argument. Okay, second left argument goes to second, third goes to third. But you can change the order. Okay, you want value to go on the keyword and not on the order. So this is how you define the third type of function. Okay, so yeah, I want you to do this homework. Okay, I want you to write 4 function. Okay, and okay, and complete this. So it should be inside, okay, our infinite menu. So you have to use while true, while infinite loop, and every time, like if choice equal to a, call function calculator calc rectangle. If choice equal to 2, call calc circumference of circle. Sounds good? I'm going to put this in the document after the class. So you'll have access to what I did just now. I'll copy then save same thing. Okay. So yes, so we'll end it here for today. Okay. I want you to practice this once we get it, and do one thing. Okay. I want you to use rectangle here, right? For triangle, I want you to use the keyword argument kind of keyword argument. For circle, I want you to use the first type, required positional, right? And for rectangle, I want you to use default values. Okay, so each of these 3, I want you to implement 3 different types of function. Okay, so yeah, so once we do that, there's 4th type which we'll discuss tomorrow, which is called variable length argument. So we'll discuss variable length, and then of course we'll continue. So I think function will take us, have to do recursive function as well. So it'll take us couple more days before we wrap up the function. But now that you know functions, every program that we do, you have to implement like a function. Okay, you haven't done list, right?
Not yet.
Okay, yeah. So maybe after a couple of days we'll do list. Okay, so yes, any questions so far?
No.
Yeah, I'm giving you almost 7 minutes back. Okay, so you should not say that you didn't get time to do this. I want you to do this. So once we get this, so we are confident that yes, we know everything that have been discussed in the class till this point, and we can move ahead to next topic. Sounds good?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll edit here. We'll come back and okay. I told you again, don't forget, I want you to write this and I'll tell you how to access this tomorrow. Okay. But I want you to write a multi-line comment immediately after the colon. This has to be your first line. I can show you. We have got few minutes, right? I can show you. So if I say print, okay, calc square, okay. So I'm not going to call it as a function, okay. I'm going to call it as a variable dot underscore underscore doc underscore. So function name, okay, and function name here is not followed by bracket, okay, and I run this. I run. I'm going to comment this out. I'm not going to call this function. Simply I run it. So you see this. Whatever you give here will be displayed. So this is how you can know what each function does before you actually execute. If you want to know what print does, okay, you just say print here. Every function has a doc string. Okay, so that's why. So this is what the developer of print function has written as a comment or the documentation. Okay, it says prints the values to the stream or to the system dot standard output by default optional keyword arguments, file, separator, and flush. Okay, something like that. I wanted to start practicing. And if you write the this multi-line comment, so this is special comment, okay, and this will not work if I put in second line. This works only if it is the first line, okay, of the function. This is called document or doc string, okay, and you can call any function. So input, I can say input dot, okay, and when you call it, okay, so this is what the developer of input has written. So I want you to write similar definition for each of the three functions that you'll be creating, or even fourth function square also. Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay then. So okay, we'll edit here. Sorry again. What the late start, but yeah, hopefully tomorrow, without any problem, we'll get started.
Thank you.
Sure. Thank you so much, both of you, and have a good evening, day ahead, and we'll catch up tomorrow. Bye.
Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you.